We had a number of representatives from more suburban areas, Castro Valley, Alameda. So has anyone on the panel had experience with sort of translating these urban community efforts that work well in a dense area into something more suburban? There was a question maybe of more pushback in suburban areas, such as bike party coming through a neighborhood. How do you deal with kind of the challenges of suburbia? Because we also have a lot of that in the East Bay.
Thanks, Ryan. Wilson, you want to
Sure.
kick this one off?
Yeah. Great. I was out in the hallway during the break getting some water, and the videographer said, "Oh, you're from Concord. How's suburbia, right? Or that's very suburban." And it is. It is. It's surprisingly bike friendly, though. So the question was, how do you deal with the pushback from a less dense suburban type area where most people are in their Teslas and their SUVs and their Escalades and putting on makeup while they're driving and yelling at you to get off the road, and you're in the gutter of the bike lane. You're not even you're like in the gutter of the bike lane. And you're like, get off the road. For me, I'm a very assertive rider, and I'll take the lane, but I'm like a bigger dude. I've been riding, but I like to be out there in normal clothes personally. My MO is to really be riding. I was at Diablo Summit last weekend, and 3 times I was asked, in jeans? I'm like, yeah, I'm straight up in jeans, my wool sweater, a handkerchief. I had a helmet, of course. But everyone else up there was doing some training, roadie, Superman, Lycra. Hey, I'm all for it, but the problem about suburbs is that the people that see you on the road can immediately pigeonhole you and dismiss you as you're that roadie that doesn't belong on the road. Whereas if you're kind of looking like them, I feel they can identify with you and go, oh my God, that's my friend's son, or that could be my daughter, or it just, when you start looking a lot different than the people, and you're already on this foreign object called a bicycle, it just allows them to identify with you. And so I'm out there in my backpack, and I'm wearing, wool beanies, and I'm all looking like Copenhagen chic, and I feel that helps people identify in suburban environments. And once you identify with someone, if you can laugh with them, laugh at them by looking goofy, or they won't try to run you off the road. They'll be like, okay, I'm going to give that person some space. So I don't really have the magic answer except ride every day, be in the streets, be visible. And when Bike Party rolls through Walnut Creek, and Claycord is this website where 50 people will comment, and it gives everybody in Concord a bad name, but that's not representative of the 100,000 population. But they just go, oh, these cyclists taking up the road, typical complaints. It's good. That dialogue, those complaints mean that they care enough to comment on it, and they're going to complain to whoever they can vent off to, and that creates this dialogue that maybe presents an opportunity for that pushback in reverse, being like, hey, Jimmy just did this thing called the Bike Party, and he had a blast. And next month they bring their friends, and then all of a sudden they're bringing their mother, who hasn't ridden a bicycle in 30, 40 years, on Bike Party. So it's transformative just by doing it. And I think if anything in suburban atmospheres or environments, the answer is to get all the folks you can to ride a bike. And if it comes with the infrastructure, the education that the organizations create, that's the second part of the equation.
All right, thanks, Wilson.